Welcome to day 2. Jan said to me yesterday on our little ride, you got to blow yourself up first 5 or 10 minutes of every climb and get used to just holding on, because I'm so used to just like pacing myself. I'm like, oh, I'll start the climb at this wattage and I'll finish at this wattage and life will be good. And I almost caused the crash by basically stopping pedaling at 10 minutes, and Cooper just sailed past me at that point.
It's the first time. It's supposed to be a Rico ride today, but just cracked about a 2040.
Man, I can't believe you have that climb on your doorstep and you'd never ride it. Oh my God. I'm moving down here. Sorry girls, we're moving down here. So I did say a few weeks back, didn't I? Come up to me and say hello and abuse me, tell me what's good and what you don't like. Got to the top of Green Hills, I'm here, sort of having been dropped by Cooper. And
yeah, Dr. Pepper.
what's your name, sorry?
Yeah.
Mark. It is Mark.
Yeah.
Mark comes up and says, hello, really appreciate it, so awesome. Thank you very much. How long are you down for, Mark?
All week till Sunday.
Awesome.
So we got here Sunday.
So question, how much of the race will you actually watch?
Probably tomorrow's or the third stage, I think is the best. We just tend to look at the route, decide where you're going and what fits in with us. But we're really here for the riding and the hills. And coming from southeast Queensland, we don't have a lot of lumps.
Yeah. Nice. Onwards. Happy New Year, Leigh.
HNY, happy holidays, as they say these days.
Indeed. What do you got for me?
Here in Adelaide, beautiful, sunny, typically sunny Adelaide, pretty overcast today. Looking forward to a pretty heavy week. A lot of Ks, fair bit of intensity, a lot of food especially. Yeah, can't wait to get stuck into it.
We've been left by everyone else, by the way.
No, we made the selection.
We've made the selection.
We forced the selection.
We forced the split. You've had some time to think, Leigh. Have you got your first Tour Down Under tip?
This is one that's particularly pertinent to the guys that ride with our group. It's be punctual, be ready. We sort of wait for no one. We'll regroup 5 minutes, and we're not going to, because there's so many of us, we're not going to be like, all right, we're leaving. It's just, we're leaving at this time, be there or be square.
But at Tour Down Under, is there a little bit more leeway? You know, there's less stressful time.
There's,
Like,
not
no?
with these guys.
Okay. Oh, wow, okay.
Not with these guys. It's such a big herd they have to sort of muster, so they, you know, if they have all the nice and fat cows at the front, it's easier to not worry about the stragglers like me.
My tip, ride pro hours. Sorry, like, you're here on holiday. If you're getting up at 5:50 to ride at 6:30 on your holidays, you're mad. Look, if you're here with the family, sure, different. But if you're just here to ride your bike, there is no excuse to be back in your hotel at 9:30
To watch the race.
to, like, just be on your bike all day. What is it? Chamois time is training time or some rubbish like that. Go for it.
Another tip I try to adhere by is to drink most of my calories. Certainly towards the end of the 6 or 7 days of, you know, back to back, 150, 180, 200. I'm pretty sick of using my teeth to chew up my food.
A lot of Sydney Uni members would agree with the drink most of your calories thing. I just don't think they're drinking the same type of thing that you're drinking. So here's a question. Do you rely, on the longer days, do you rely on the South Australian bakeries to get you through, or do you try and carry everything you need?
Bakeries are the backbone of the Tour Down Under.
Yeah, agreed.
And yeah, it's like, I'll pack enough for the day, but it's never enough. And sort of, every time I stop at a bakery, it's like, yeah, better get a chicken sanger and something to drink to wash it down, just to make sure I'm staying on top of things.
Has the South Australian government done a study into the increase in pastries sold during this period? I think that needs to be looked at, because you're tourist benefits. See that shift to the big ring? Do you see that? Mechanical. ACOM locations for Tour Down Under. Any thoughts, Leigh Phillips?
I wouldn't know any better, but last 4 years we've stayed in Glenelg. That's been good for us. Nice and central at Glenelg Square, so heaps of food around, close to the beach. There's a good bar down there. I don't know the name of it, but it's really nice to unwind there.
Can I just point something very quickly out what we're vlogging on here? Look at that. That's like pro level vlogging. Okay, sorry, go on.
And yeah, like it's a bit out of the way from town, so you do typically get an extra 40 minutes on whatever ride you do. But it's good to just meet it, because we go out with such a big bunch. It's good to meet back up with the guys I'm staying with, who I haven't spoken to all day.
For me, like with the family, if we come back down next year, 100% do Glenelg. You would not get a better spot. Beach, pools, and easy access to riding. As a fly-in, fly-out option, for me, staying in a hotel is perfect, or apartment-y thing, because you're close to everything. And we used to do the Airbnb thing in Norwood, but very expensive nowadays, unfortunately. Or maybe I'm wrong.
Was that a question?
No, I don't know. Okay. It's just a random statement. This is what I do. This is how this works. It's how the magic happens, Leigh.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in Ironbark, ladies and gentlemen. Ironbark.
Beautiful town.
Beautiful town. Full of iron.
Why should it not? When all you want is to be loved, is to be loved. But love ain't easy. You taught me that. I let you in, now you want out, now you want out. I don't understand why you hurt me. I don't understand why you wanna let me down. Can't understand. Was it all worth it? You played me good just for a rush, just for a rush. So now I wrote a song about us.
Just back into Adelaide, guys. 4 hours on the nod. I'll put the route that we just rode down in the comments, or in the description, I should say, because that was a cracker. Well done, Dan. Well done for not joining us as well. No, I don't mean that. Yeah, so kind of had everything. Had some nice little climbs that you get out of the way early. And it's a lumpy trip home. That Ironbark Road, guys, don't be under any illusion. That one will sting you. It's just little rollers and that kind of stuff. So it's a great day out, like 240 normalized for me, which is just perfect. Just a day on the pedals. Now I need to get some food into me, so I'm not as cranky as I was yesterday. Just I was cranky, wasn't I? Nervous drivers. Anyway, get some food and we'll have a chat, hey?
Why you hurt me? I don't understand why you wanna let me down. Can't understand.
Yes. Now, many of you noticed yesterday I was running a Garmin 830. And guys, look, when I get back to Sydney, I'm going to do a full review on it. Really interesting device. I've got some thoughts so far that I just want to share with you. Before I kind of get started, I do want to say this. I like it. As a general rule, I like the device. So what I'm about to tell you is probably all wrapped up still in the kind of envelope of, yeah, I do like this. I think there's some massive pros to it. First thing is, I have found, and I mentioned this with the 1030 review, that this seems to stay connected to my phone a lot longer. I have not had the dropouts that I was getting on the 1030, which is good. Like, you do get those notifications. There seems to be a bit more reliability in that space with it working. Of the 3 rides I've done so far, I have been using the routing, the course feature. Now let me just quickly explain how that works. So what I've been doing is building the route in Strava, or had someone else build the route in Strava, thank you Dan, and then exporting it as a GPX file, then importing it into Garmin Connect. No, I won't go into that now. And putting it into Garmin Connect, and then from Garmin Connect loading it onto the device. Now, for me so far, it has worked really, really well. Following the purple line has been working really well. The other thing I will say is the recalculation has been good. Like, you haven't had one of those bizarre circumstances where you go off course and then all of a sudden you've got to turn around and go back to the first point you know, when it does those crazy recalculations. I haven't had it do that. It seems to use a lot of course points to avoid that happening. That said, the navigation function, as always, as with any GPS device that I've used so far, is a waste of time. Actually, I mean, there this afternoon, I sort of went off course, tried to do another little part of a loop, and then was like, okay, I'll go back to the mantra now. So tried to find mantra in here, and it just had a complete no. Forget about it. Pull your phone out, use a bloody Google Maps. These are not that. When you have the preset course route, fantastic, fantastic. Love it for that. Another thing I really, really like about it is the form factor. I think they've nailed the form factor on this. The 1030, it's bold, it's out there. You know, there's that other one, I think the 130 or something there's a whole different sort of spectrum of them. I think they've nailed this. I think the size of the screen is perfect. You don't need anything more in front of the bike. And I should say this, the touch screen is really good. It's not amazing, it's really good. Yesterday when it was raining, yeah, I was having trouble swiping through things. I was having to pull it and kind of flick it again and it'd go back. Yeah, it was doing that, but I kind of realised you almost accept that. And it's been a while since I've been back in the Garmin world. There's always a reason for that. And since I've been gone, they've thrown in some more features. We now have Climber Pro, or something that I'm sure you've seen all over the internet. For me, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like, perfect example today, right? So we're riding along Green Hills Road with... It flashes up at me and tells me I've got a 12.5k climb that I've just started. Now... look, here's the thing with this. Like, in theory, this is a fantastic tool. Like, if that started when, say, the Strava segment started, and that was synced up, amazing. It's beautiful. It's really well animated. It looks fantastic. But, you know, you top the climb out, then I came down another little thing, and I was told I was on a 900-meter climb. And you're like, what? So, again, it's one of these features that... At the end of the day, it's the metadata that it's being fed that is letting it down, as opposed to, you know, the actual device. But in the end, that's the user experience. So for me, that's a fail. And then, look, guys, there's all this other stuff now. Like, you put in how many bottles you've drunk, how many drinks you've had, how many bars you've eaten, what your friggin' performance index stuff is. Guys, no. No, no. No, no, no. That is my thoughts so far, guys. But look, for me, it records data so far really accurately, really reliably, in a form factor that I really like, between what it actually is, the buttons, and the touchscreen. So for me at the moment, it is a win. I have to say it's a win, not Garmin Connect. That is never a win. I really do like the device. I just watched that back. I do like the device. So, you know, don't take it the wrong way. Guys, I have to head back to Sydney tomorrow. Tomorrow being Wednesday. Yeah, look, I mentioned to you guys a while back in one of the Devel vlogs that there was some stuff going on personally in the family. And yeah, that's come to a head. And there's going to be an event on Friday to celebrate my grandmum's life, who is an incredibly special woman and an icon, actually, to be honest, and to all of us. So, yeah, the sort of riding stuff will be kind of on hold. Probably won't be any daily stuff in the near future. But again, guys, thank you very much. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing you in the near future, all right? Thanks, guys. Bye.